You know, folks, they say the average person can fall prey to lying up to 200 times a day. That's a lot of deception floating around. And let's be honest, most of us find it challenging to distinguish between honest and deceitful people. However, some experts are very good at detecting liars when they encounter them, including psychologists, psychotherapists, and body language readers. They look for subtle cues in our body language, tone of voice, and most importantly, our words. That's what we're going to dig into today. We're going to talk about the different ways you can catch a liar just by listening to what they say. So buckle up, get ready to take some notes, and let's learn how to spot a liar. Have you ever noticed how some people, when you ask them a direct question, they just echo it back at you, like they're stalling for time? Re-asking the question is a common tactic to buy time. They might repeat it word for word, or rephrase it slightly. It's all about buying time to construct a convincing story. Don't let them off their hook. Call them out on it. Say, you seem to be repeating the question. I asked you a simple question. Just answer it. Listen carefully to the words people use, especially when they're trying to convince you of something. Liars love to use absolute language. Words like always, never, everyone, no one. These words leave no room for doubt, no grey areas, no exceptions. When someone uses absolute language, they're trying to shut down the conversation. They're saying, this is the truth, period. End of story. But the truth is rarely that black and white. Life is messy, and honest people acknowledge that. So if someone is hitting you with a barrage of absolutes, be wary. They might be trying to sell you something that's not entirely on the up and up. Chapter 3. Exaggerating honesty. When someone lays it on thick with the honesty, it's time to raise an eyebrow. Think about those phrases we hear all the time. To be honest, to tell you the truth, believe me, honestly, if someone is genuinely telling the truth, they shouldn't need to keep reassuring you. Their actions and words should speak for themselves. If you start to notice these phrases coupled with other telltale signs, like avoiding eye contact, fidgeting, or changing the subject, then you can bet your bottom dollar something's fishy. Chapter 4. Using qualified language. All right, folks, let's talk about weasel words. You know, those slippery little phrases people use to create distance between themselves and the truth. Things like, as far as I remember, if you ask me, to the best of my knowledge, I might be wrong, but these are all classic examples of qualified language. Liars love this kind of language because it gives them an escape route. They're basically leaving themselves a loophole, a way to backpedal if they get caught out. When you hear this kind of language, start digging for specifics, ask clarifying questions, demand details. Remember, true clarity comes from directness, not from hiding behind vague language. Chapter 5. Sticking to the third person. Liars often try to distance themselves from their lies by speaking in the third person. For example, instead of saying, I accidentally scratched your car, they might say, the car got scratched. This is especially common in written communication like emails or text messages. So if you receive an email from someone and it feels like they're telling a story about someone else, be very wary. They might be trying to avoid taking responsibility for their actions. Or to listen to your gut. So there you have it, folks. 5 verbal signs someone might be deceiving you. These signs should raise a red flag. Trust your gut and pay attention to body language. Don't ignore those gut feelings. Ask tough questions and hold people accountable. The truth always comes out. Be on the right side of it.